So today we're going to speak about the mind's reaction to strong emotional events. What happens in the mind when the event is very emotional, but also I'm going to explain to you how we can use that to our advantage. How can we use emotions to our advantage to change our thought life and then to ultimately change our lives. Now, one thing about myself is I'm not very fond of camping. People who know me personally will know that I'm not a big camper. I think I only went camping once in my life where I was invited. Another time I had to go with a group at work at that time, which I love the people, but I really did not enjoy the camping. But I remember the first time I went camping, and I remember we slept in tents. I didn't really sleep at all. That's how much I disliked it. One of my socks got wet because I stepped into a pool of water. I remember the next morning, because I took the sock and I put it over a chair. The next morning when I saw the sock, it was frozen. That's how cold it was. I think we decided to go camping for 4 days. That very next day, I'm going home. I was too young to drive myself, so I got somebody to take me home. That was my first time camping. Now, every single time when other people tell me they're going camping, I get this negative emotional feeling immediately. I remember just yesterday, somebody at a company said, we go camping every once in a while, you must join us. I'm like, there's no way, because of the bad emotional. And I know a lot of you but dude, that's not that emotional. I know, just not a camper. I also want to tell you, I think that when I was 13 years old, me and my friends went on this tour with the school, and we went to this place called the Rotanga Junction. We didn't camp, we stayed in better places, but at the Rotanga Junction, there was a place, there was this ride called the Cobra. And I was 13 years old, my first time on the Cobra, and we had these photos, and that was just like an amazing experience. Now, why am I telling you this? Because the camping for me was a bad experience, a bad emotional experience. I can remember it very well. Because the Rotanga Junction or the Cobra was a very good experience, I can remember it very well. Experiences or events that are very emotional are much more memorable. If you want your subconscious mind to remember something, or something to go stronger in your subconscious, the strength of the emotion that you connect to it has a very big influence. And you can think in your own life, just think about something that was a very bad emotional event. Have you ever thought about why children are more energetic than adults? Why do you see, adults, they work behind a computer from 8 o'clock till 5 o'clock, they get 2 lunch breaks, maybe they get a nap in between, and kids are awake very early in the morning, and they're playing with their friends, they're playing at preschool or school or wherever, and they have sports, and they are busy the whole day. And at the end of the evening, when the dad comes home, the kids still want to play. They're still energetic, and the adults are tired. Now, the reason for that is where you place your attention is where you place your energy. So your energy goes in the direction of your thoughts, or your energy goes in the direction of your attention. Now, mostly adults, their attention is in the past or in the future. But the emotion that they attach to the thoughts are normally not good. When they think about the past, they might think of things that used to be good, but they emotionally at a bad place because it's not that good anymore, or they think about bad things that happened in the past. Or when they think about the future, they're normally worried about the future. So they put their attention either in the past or in the future, and it's on this negative energy, where kids put their attention in the here and now. They just focus on what needs to happen right now, and they normally attach a good, exciting emotion to what's happening right now. That is why kids are so much more energetic than adults. Now, just to refer back to epigenetics again, when you look at epigenetics, how the environment can signal the gene, or how the environment can cause the gene to turn on and off, it's not just the environment outside of the body that can signal the gene, it's the environment inside the body, because the environment inside the body is also the environment around the gene. So what is the environment inside the body? The environment inside the body is your thoughts, your choices, your imagination. Now, one thing that causes that gene to signal is the emotion that you attach to it. So if you can think something, if you can believe something, if you can imagine something that you want that has not happened yet, but you imagine it in such a way that you connect the emotion to it as if it already happened. On the inside of your body will signal the gene, and your body will start to believe as if the event has already happened. So how do you do that in a memorable way? You add an emotion to it. What emotion do you add to it? The emotion of gratitude, the emotion of thankfulness. Meaning, if there's something that you want in the future, if there's something that you want to create in the future, if there's something that you're trusting for in the future, if you imagine and think as if you already have it, and you put gratitude to it, you have the emotion of gratitude, then your body and your subconscious mind starts to believe that you already have it, and your body starts to live in that state. So why is feeling so important? Dr. Joe Dispenza said how you think and how you feel creates your state of being. So the way you are right now, your state of being right now, is a combination between what you think and what you feel. If you don't deal with bad emotions, if you don't deal with a bad emotional event, that emotion gets stuck. And if the emotion gets stuck, it's difficult for people to move on, because an emotion of the past is now stuck, and even new events, even new thoughts is struggling to override that emotion because that emotion is so strong. Thoughts are the language of the mind, and emotions are the language of the body. So if you keep on feeling a certain emotion, you don't get rid of it, it gets stuck in the body, and you struggle to move forward. So have you ever met people that, they went through something, maybe they went through something a week ago, for many people it's longer, and they've been in this long mood. I'm in a mood because this happened to me 3 days ago, this happened to me, somebody said something about me yesterday, and now I'm still in this mood. And this mood is just carrying on and on and on. There's a song by the Cranberries, the band The Cranberries, and they say in the lyrics, they say, do you have to let it linger? Meaning, do you have to let it spread out over such a long period of time? So if you have a mood and you don't deal with the mood, you are in an emotional mood for days and days and days and days, and you keep on telling yourself the same story of the past. They did this to me yesterday. Later you'll say, they did this to me 5 days ago, they did this to me 3 weeks ago, they did this to me 2 months ago. So one event keeps you emotionally at a place, and because you keep thinking about it, you keep telling yourself the same story, and you add an emotion on it. So these thoughts then, they fire together and they wire together until they become a subconscious belief. As soon as they become a subconscious belief, they start to become a habitual belief. So what once was an emotional mood starts to become a habit. What happens now is when you wake up in the morning, you look for the same negative emotion. So people who don't deal with emotions, with negative emotions from the past, and these emotions get stuck. Every morning they wake up out of habit, they think, where's my pain? Where's my rejection? Where's my bad emotion? So the past mood now became a personality trait. And as soon as something becomes a personality trait, that means your life will go in that direction, because your life goes in the direction of your personality. So what happens now? You have to change your personality. How do you do that? I had a video last week that is still on YouTube that you can go check out, where I teach you how to change your personality. What do you have to do? You have to solve the problem. You have to heal to become great. So how do you heal from these bad emotions, these bad energies that are stuck in your body? Before I get there, I want to encourage you to like, to subscribe, share this video with other people if you believe it can help them, and leave us a comment. We would love to hear your thoughts and your questions if you have any questions. Okay, so let's solve this problem of the bad emotion. Let's heal, let's become great. How do we do that? First of all, you have to decide to be defined by a vision of the future rather than a memory of the past. So instead of having the bad past emotion stuck, you have to now think about something that you want in the future. Envision the future, but now bring it into the now with gratitude. Be grateful and feel the emotion as if you already have it. Now, then you have to take your attention off the past and put your attention on the future. Now remember, we are creatures of habit. Because we have developed a certain personality trait, Out of habit, we will go back to the past thought, what happened in the past, how they hurt me, where the energy got stuck. So purposefully the whole time we have to redirect now. We have to redirect our attention, our thoughts, and our imagination to what we want in the future, and we have to add the emotion of gratitude towards it as if we already have it. Then bring the future into the now through gratitude. So then it's not something that might happen in the future or something that's going to happen in the future. It's something that I already have. If your body believes it already has it, then it's not something you go out looking for anymore, but it will start to find you. This is a place where you start to let go. As soon as you start to let go, the thing that you desire will find you. Let us use relationships as an example. Say for instance, you're single, you wanna find a relationship. As soon as you're at that place of, nobody loves me, my previous girlfriend rejected me, now I'm kind of like stuck in the past, you will not move on. If you're at a place of desperation where you're like, I don't love myself, I'm not happy with me, I need somebody else to fulfill me, I need somebody else to make me happy, I need somebody else to love me, and you're kind of like, I just need attention from people the whole time, then it's not going to happen either. But if you're at a place where you say, you know what, I know what I want in a relationship, but I'm grateful as if I already have it. So the person that I want to have in my life, I'm becoming that for myself. And I'm grateful to a point where I already have it. So what happens now? Now I don't have to go out and look for that person, because I became that person with gratitude, because my body believes that I already have that person. That person will eventually start coming to me. And this is just one example, but in many areas of life, you can use that. Your emotion for the future, and this is the final thing that I want to encourage you, your emotion for the future has to be stronger than the emotion of the past. So it doesn't help you say, listen, Albert, I hear what you're saying, I'm going to think about the future, I'm going to connect emotion to it, but the emotion of the past is still stronger. The negative emotion of the past is still stronger than the emotion that you are connecting to the future. The new emotion has to override the old one. The new emotion has to become stronger than the old one. And how do you do that? Remember, whatever you starve will eventually die. Whatever you starve will first become weaker, and it will eventually die. What you feed will become stronger and live. So if you keep on feeding the old emotion, it's going to become stronger. But if you starve the old emotion, every single time you think about it, you just stop and you say, listen, I'm not going to feed you, I'm not going to give attention to you. But as soon as you think about the future thought, the thoughts of gratitude, and you start to feed that, that's the one that's going to become stronger, and your life will eventually go into the direction where you place the strongest emotion on. Well, I hope this helped you. Thank you guys so much for watching. From Mind Prosperity, we love you, and we'll see you soon again. Goodbye.